Let's check out this video by J.R. Wisdom. Hit the thumbs up button.
My guy friends. And what I always tell them when they want to date, like the 10 out of 10, the baddie in the room, like the most gorgeous girl. This goes for both men and women. But the key is to never have an over reliance on an asset that is flooded or over indexed in their respective dating marketplace.
What?
Men have been socialized to believe that their dating success and their financial success are a one-for-one correlation. I also believe the same thing for women. I think women believe the more beautiful they are, the more they should have access to high quality men. The reality is when you're dating in like the top 1% of successful men or like the top 1% of beauty, people are spoiled with a depreciating asset. Like, have you ever went through an Instagram baddie's DMs, her text messages, man after man, each richer than the other? Like, everyone's successful. Everyone is rich. You will never win when you're playing that game.
Right.
And the same thing for women. Like, men are spoiled with beauty. Her DMs are riddled with very rich men who probably just aren't that nice. So genuinely, how you set yourself apart is being successful enough where she's not having to think about money, plagued about money, whatever, but you don't have to be the richest one, and give her the most pleasant dating experience. That's all that is. I don't think men realize how poor of a dating experience very beautiful women have. Simple as being baseline successful. Yes, that is a non-negotiable. And then on top of that, call her an Uber to and from the date. Call her when you say you're going to call her. Be interested in her inner world, in her life. Ask her questions about herself. If she's passionate about something, ask her about that. It goes so much further than having an extra couple commas on the paycheck. And I know I'm right. So you don't even have to argue with me on this.
So there's a lot to unpack on this. And, as usual, guys, I got you. I'm going to give my thoughts on this in terms of dating coach. And basically, she's giving you game and you ladies game on how to bag a baddie, right? You have to do all these different things. You already got the bag now. Let's get this together. You got money on one side with men who are wealthy, well-to-do. Then you have beautiful women, right? Who that is their currency, is their beauty, which is finite. It's not going to last forever. Yes, she does have access to all these different dudes in her DM. And there's tons of other girls out there that's beautiful as well, right? There's a ton of them, especially when you're of high value, when you have clout, when you're famous, popular, all these different things. As a man, you have your choosing a lot of times, and you can lead with money. And a lot of times a byproduct of that is, hey, I got the money. He who has the goal makes the rules in dating. So yes, I can treat you this way because I have money. I'm not saying that it's right. And some women are willing to endure and put up with that, to be in those spaces, to be with the money, to stand alongside, to look pretty, to be right by this guy who can put her in a position or show her off as some sort of eye candy, right? Or arm candy. Now, what she's saying in terms of you guys who already have the money, this woman, she is a depreciating asset, as she said. Because a lot of times, beautiful women are superficial anyway. It's rare that you come across a beautiful woman that has it together, that's willing to say, hey, I want to date you just like you want to date me. You have to do this whole dog and pony show, is what she's talking about. Show her off, buy her an Uber, take her out, ask her about herself, do this, do that. A lot of dudes, I'm not saying all dudes know how to date, but I guess at the end of the day, dudes have more money than they have time. Right? Baby, I'm interested in you, right? I'm interested in you. I already have everything together, right? How are you going to compliment me? Why do I have to prove to you anything? You already see what it is by looking at me. You already know about me. What am I doing? I'm not saying you have to be an a-hole to women, fellas. I'm definitely not saying that. A man should never conduct himself like that. You should always be a gentleman. You should always be cool, calm, collected.
Fortunately, you do. Hit the thumbs up button.
Be aloof if you want. But if she can't see your value and you have to spend money, as a lot of these women are saying, you have to spend money to convince her to give you the time of day. Nah. That goes back to selling buns. If you're selling buns, just let me know and let's just cut out all the foolishness and me asking you all this, because you really don't care about me asking you how your day was and all that. You come for this specific reason, and that's that. We're not about to be playing all these games, right? order you in an Uber. I need to treat you even though you haven't earned anything. And a lot of times that's how this dating market is. The woman hasn't earned anything. You're trying to vet her or either smash whatever have you. Just like I covered a video in the past of the young lady, Jess Wong. And a lot of these beautiful women say they have terrible dating experiences. But when they know a man that has status, they'll put up with it. Rather than you, let's just say, as she said, what a man, his salary, having a decent paying salary is just the basics. So let's just say you're just an average dude and you're just trying to show her a good time, right? You can't make too many mistakes because she already feels like I'm giving this guy a chance. He's not at the level that he should be at financially. Meanwhile, you have the story of Jess when she went on her date. This guy was talking to her, however, he wanted to talk to her, and she sat there and took it. And a lot of women will sit there and take it because it all depends on how fat your wallet is. I'm pretty sure any celebrity, Chris Brown goes out with a girl, Drake goes out with a girl. He can pretty much say whatever he wants to this girl and still smash and get her to smash another girl because he commands just that type of power over these women. Just like a lot of times a man who's wealthy, he can command that type as well. He doesn't have to go through the BS that you have to do. How was your day? What's your sign? Do you like this? Do you like tea and crumpets? Do you like to watch swans in the lake? Do all this different stuff and synchronized swimmers and all this? Man, come on, man. No, you're going to do this and that's how it's going to go. Because he's built himself up to that point and he doesn't have a scarcity mindset. A beautiful woman, as she says, what is a scarcity mindset? I got tons of dudes trying to talk to me, right? And they all want to smash, right? Which doesn't equate to that. That's why a lot of times you'll see beautiful women typically are single. It's not because of bad dating experiences. It's just because it's hypergamy. It's hypergamy at this point. And I need to be able to get to the next level because if I was able to pull this guy who is a 7-figure man, I can definitely pull a man who's 8-figure man. No doubt about it. There is no question about it. I can pull the 8-figure man any day of the week. I'm just so used to attention. I can't just sit back and just hang out with this dude. Nah, that's not going to happen, bro. Not going to happen at all. This video, shout out to her, if that's how she's saying, but it's videos like this where the man has to be in a position of servitude to be able to win this woman over by doing all these things to treat her like she's the queen of England. Wait on her hand and foot. And a lot of you like, well, I deserve this. It's just chivalry. I'm a baddie. Man, listen. This generation, as they say, is cooked.
Yes, it is.
Just my thoughts. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Comment below. Like, share, comment, and subscribe.
Yeah, this YouTuber is JR Wisdom.
Subscribe. Much blessings in
JR Wisdom. This is his YouTube channel. Y'all can check him out. And subscribe to his channel. Support his channel. But yeah, he right though. He right, man. You have to. It's more women on this planet. I learned this later in life. It's more women. If you work on yourself, you ain't gotta. I mean, it's good to have game. It's good to know how women move. But if you work on yourself, you ain't got to go and approach no woman. You ain't got to chase her. When you work on yourself, she's going to show you signs that she like you. And you ain't got to go through all that dating and jumping through hoops. You got to buy her flowers and call her every 2 days and all that, every day and shit, and make sure she good. When you work on yourself, she going to show you, you going to get choosed up on, and she's going to fall in line with you got going because she like you. But when you approach her, you got to try to impress her and get her to like, you know what I'm saying, to like you. And that's just too much work. I mean, she probably got seven other niggas calling her phone and blowing her up and being, you know. And yeah, it's just work on yourself, guys. I learned this later in life. Work on yourself. Don't concentrate on the women. You know, I know you're young, you get horny, you know what I'm saying, but work on yourself. Let the women come to you. That way you ain't got to jump through no damn hoops. You know what I'm saying? But then when she do come to you, you got to have some game about yourself. You got to know how to whittle everything your way. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Anyway, support this brother's channel. Subscribe to the channel and hit the thumbs up button. Appreciate y'all watching. Take care.